Alright guys, it has been a hot minute since I've filmed a vlog, and today we're doing a gardening vlog because I'm finally getting out here and doing my garden. Yesterday, I did that. I got that thing covered. If you guys remember, that used to be a very well-armored temporary coop for our 100 meat birds that we did last year, and it kind of was just sitting there. My son took off kind of all of the stuff that we had on there, and then yesterday hubby helped me and we got this thing wrapped with the plastic. So all I gotta do is, where's it at? I need to cover the door with plastic, and I need to cover the back, you know, like the space where a door could be, but it's like just an open space and you put a window there. For now, I'm just going to cover the back part with some plastic, and then when I have the time, I'm going to put in a window, but it's really not necessary right now. But we're going to be doing a lot of garden cleanup, and the first thing that we're going to do is this thing that has been shaming me for the last year. So I got this thing kind of like mostly filled up with potting soil. It was full until all the rains came. Some of these were full, but I was running short. And so then I just stopped. Welcome to my brain. And these are not intentionally planted. These are weeds. So we're going to come through, clean these up. I got 2 more bags of potting soil. Don't shame me. That's what they had at Costco, okay? It's organic. Okay, I know it's Miracle-Gro, but it's all I can find at a reasonable price. I'm just gonna zoom through this and then, before, after. It's now Wednesday. I was not able to get out into the garden yesterday, but it is also incredibly sunny and warm today. So I don't think I can bring you along for the actual going around in the garden, but I'm gonna take some before shots and some after shots for you, and then we're gonna have a little chit chat at the end. Before. All right, guys, so I've been weeding pretty much all day. I got that's 2 beds and that's 2 beds. I got both of those guys done. But this one that I'm working on right here is just a bear. It is so difficult to do, but this thing makes it so easy. So I wanted to bring you along and share with you how easy it is. It's got this nice sharp head and it just digs into the dirt. Even in this hard clay soil, it just gets in there like nothing, and then it helps you to be able to ease out all of these plants that have runners. And that's why this section is so bad, because it got seeded and they're spreading by the runners. So you can get all the runners out, no matter how long they go. You can just follow it. You kind of have to tease it out a little bit. If they're like really thin runners like these, and they've spread so quickly, but it gets them. This thing is called a cobra. I think I heard about it last year from Jess at Roots and Refuge, if I'm not mistaken. And I ordered it, and it is thebomb.com. I don't know how I didn't have bad weeds when I lived in Washington, so it didn't matter that much. But here, the weeds are fierce. They like their roots. See what I mean? Just gets them all. So I'll link this down below for you guys. I think I'm gonna have a couple links throughout this video today. So just make sure you check them out down below if any of them interest you. After. Before. It's been probably about a week since I've had the opportunity to come out here and work in the garden. I was able to get everything in this lower part finished. It's all completely weeded, almost ready to plant in. All I have to do is fix my camera. All I have to do is come through and put a top layer of compost on it, but that'll be in a later video. And then I also have a garden up here that originally came with the house, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that one here in just a minute. But during that week, we have also had massive windstorms, and I have come to realize that the way that I made my cattle panel greenhouse in Washington is clearly insufficient. So I'm going to throw on some furring strips to help anchor it down. When I was in Washington, this was totally not necessary. I think the highest winds we ever got was like 50 miles an hour, and that was super rare. It maybe happened a few times, and the way that I made it in Washington, it definitely held up. I never had an issue with it, but we're going to need some extra security on this bad boy. So let's do it. All done and hopefully secure against the weather that we get around here in southern Missouri. The only thing I have left to do on this is to put a latch on the door. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but it has like a gate latch on there, but it doesn't have the bar parts that needs to go into it. And then some tables. So I have a portable table that I'm going to prop up in there, throw some of the starts out here this afternoon. So let's go over to the shade. I'm going to show you a couple more of my favorite gardening tools, and then I'm going to end up with something that I don't know if y'all have ever tried, but it's a game changer when it comes to an insanely overgrown garden like I have over there. That was so bad over there. Also, remember real quick, I'm planning on posting this on Saturday, so you guys still have 1 week where you guys can sign up for Abundance Plus, the yearly or the lifetime membership, and you'll get text access for 4 weeks. You can ask me all the fermenting questions you want, gardening, whatever I have any knowledge of, you guys can feel free to ask me questions on. And if you guys aren't familiar with Abundance Plus, it's kind of like Netflix for homesteaders by homesteaders. A bunch of homesteaders put up a ton of videos, all kinds of informational videos, super professional docu-series, and all different sorts of things. And currently I have 3 videos posted up there: milk kefir, vegetable fermentation, and Jun, which is kind of like the fancy cousin of kombucha. And they are all super high energy, tons of graphics to help you guys be able to absorb all the information. And I'm going to be posting 1 video every quarter over there, so there's going to be continual videos coming in the near future. So if you guys use the coupon code Fermented10, you'll get an extra 10% off, and you'll also get the text access if you get those lifetime or yearly memberships. And on Abundance Plus, they also have a ton of gardening information. So if you guys are left wondering and want some really amazing information on all different ways of gardening, they have everything you're looking for on there. One of the tools that I like to use, especially if it's a super long taproot, is this thing. I have no idea what it's called. I got it at Lowe's or something like that, and I'll try and find an Amazon link for you guys, but this thing is great. You can see it's like super long. The whole thing is probably, I don't know, 16 inches long, and this thing works fantastic for those super deep tap roots, so you really don't want to leave behind, because then they're just going to regrow. We also have a rooster, a mean rooster, who's going to become cat food later today. And of course, you can't do gardening without a cat. Or 2. Oreo just heard me. The other one is this thing. It is it's a handheld stirrup hoe. This one is fantastic when you are cooler than me and you get to your garden weeding while they're still small little seedlings. You can just rake it through. You can just kind of pull it through, and it gets all those little seedlings and nips them in the bud before they become giant out of control weeds. This one is fantastic if you just want to get those little weeds and you're not super worried about like runners or taproots or anything like that. This thing is so nice for those teeny tiny little things that are just so irritating, and there's like 27,000 of them. This thing. The next one is, it's less of a weeding tool, and you can use it as a weeding tool, but I primarily use it for planting. I have 2 different versions of them. Technically I have 4, but these are the ones that are actually, they're called a hori, and I have 2 different versions of them. This one I bought at a garden store in Washington, so if I can find one that looks like this, or even maybe if I can find the brand, I will go ahead and link it for you. But these things are fantastic because they have really long handles, or really long blades, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it is, oh, that rooster, but it's curved, so it works really well for a shovel. It also has a guide. If you're planting, it has a guide to show you how deep you're planting. One side is a very sharp knife, and the other side is serrated. So this thing works fantastic for all different types of uses. There's also this fantastic version. This has become my absolute favorite. It has a solid wood handle, and the blades the blades are super sharp, and then it also has this sharp hook on there so you can kind of cut into bags and kind of pull them. These things are an absolute lifesaver throughout the gardening season. The second to the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, because I just love these things. I showed you guys these last year, and these super duper cute chicken boots by Hycea, and these things are fantastic. They have a very reasonable price. They have a 100-year warranty on them. So if anything happens to them, I asked the lady that I was speaking with, and she said, like, literally just send you out a new pair. So if anything happens to them, but I've been using these for, I want to say like 9 months or so, and you can tell I use them. And these things are just fantastic. They're breathable, and they just have a very reasonable price point, especially for a farm boot. But they recently sent me out, well, it was actually probably about 2 months ago. So I've been wearing these boots pretty regularly for about 2 months, and they are so cute. I absolutely love these things. I was planning on doing a video about a month ago. I got kind of thrown off my schedule with my back and stuff like that. So, but these boots here, they have them in a bunch of different colors, and you can see that they're kind of just above ankle height. And what I really like about these ones is they're also super durable. They have different levels of like durability with these kind of boots, but I really like these ones because they are shorter. They're so much easier and more likely that I'm actually going to put them on. And these are ones like you're not going in the hog pen, you're not going in like deep mud. You're going out in the garden, you're working in the mornings, they got dew on the grass, or even some pretty dang deep puddles. I would say probably like 6-inch puddles, and I just think they're freaking fantastic. So I'll put the link to all of my favorite stuff down below for you guys. And these Hycea boots, if you use the coupon code Fermented12, you'll get an extra 12% off. And remember, they have a 100-year warranty. I don't know of any other boots that have a 100-year warranty. They stand behind their stuff. Absolutely. And their shipping is super duper quick, and they just have wonderful customer service. So I would definitely encourage you guys to check out that company if you're interested in some boots, or check out all the other links below if you guys are in need of some handy garden tools. Maybe you're getting frustrated, you're just using kind of the basic stuff that you can find in your local hardware store. There are other options out there, and they are freaking fantastic. So let me go show you the last and my somewhat most useful tool, especially for a gardener like me who was supposed to empty out my garden in November. It is now the end of April. Let's get to it. One of the things that I've already done is I have cleared off all the trellises. I pulled all the tomato plants that were in there, the tomato carcasses, I should say. And you might notice this here on the ground. This is a plastic lattice. And what I'm about to share with you guys cannot be used with plastic lattice. Ask me how I know that. And I just thought they were just awful and ugly. So I'm actually going to be replacing it most likely with some cattle panels. We'll see how it goes. I may not put anything in there. The bed was super deep, so I found it very inconvenient to harvest things that were in the back. And this trellis here is going to be mostly like cherry tomatoes and stuff like that. I haven't decided what's going to go there. Probably just going to be herbs, but I pulled off the back. It was ugly. It was broken, and it burns really easily. I'm talking about this guy right here. A propane, pretty beastie torch. Let me show you. So I didn't quite think about the fact that it rained for 2 days straight. So it's not burning as quickly as it would if I wait a couple of days. So I think I'm going to do that, finish it up, and you guys will see that in my next garden vlog. But trust me, give it a couple of days without any rain. It will torch all of this. These beds are pretty dang huge. That guy right... Where's it at? I can't see it. That guy right there. Those two. The only one that I can't do is this one because I have some comfrey in there buried somewhere deep in there that I want to save. So this thing is a super game changer, and I will show it to you, the process of it, in the next gardening vlog. So we're just getting into the gardening season around here, as you can tell. I'm thinking about possibly doing one garden vlog every week and one other video every week, and then I will of course some Robert videos as well. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm not sure exactly how to proceed with my video schedule, but I want to make sure I'm putting out like 2 videos per week. And I want to make sure I'm still making sure to do those kitchen videos, those fermenting videos that you guys love that are just super high energy, lots of cuts, all of that stuff. Let me know what you guys think. One gardening video a week and one like fermenting slash food preservation type video per week. I feel like that's something that I can maintain. And if you guys are local, I'm also starting up kind of a fermenting business sort of thing. I'm selling ferments and I'm selling them at the Ava Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 to 12. So if you guys are local, I hope you guys will pop in, check it out. There could even be a time where I'm able to offer it like through the mail, stuff like that, but I'm definitely not there yet. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video here. This is my seed starting video. I had a ton of fun making that and sharing with you guys all the different tips that I learned from you guys in the comments section. So check that one out. Peace out, sauerkraut.